everyone. Welcome back to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel. My name is Marla. Today I'll be sharing a Thanksgiving shaker card featuring the Thanksgiving Gnome stamp, the Distressed Edge Slimline die, and the Fall Blessings sprinkles. These are the products that I'm using. That cute Thanksgiving gnome set is adorable with the pilgrim, the Indian, that turkey that's asking you to eat chicken. The other elements, leaves, pumpkins, and pie could be used on other types of fall cards. So this is not only a Thanksgiving set, but fall. These are the Distressed Edge circles and the Distressed Edge Slimline die. This is a new die in the Cat Scrappiness shop. I'm going to be using the largest one. I'll be making a 4x9 card, but that particular edger, the large one, is 3x8. I cut it out right there using some digital paper, and look at the beautiful edge. Let's start building our card. I am taking the second smallest distress edge circle, and I am placing my gnomes where I know I want them to be. So I will tape this down, take it over to my die cutting machine. I will eyeball where the bottom circle is from the bottom, and I will try to get that same distance from the top. I will cut that out, and now we are going to distress the edges, or ink the edges, I should say. I brought in some teal ink, and I wanted to add the ink to the edges just so that they really stood out. I think that they're absolutely beautiful. The distressed edges are some of my favorite dies. Cat has rectangles and squares and circles, and I believe ovals, and then now she has added this slimline. So I am super excited that the distressed collection is complete. I am doing the same inking to the inside of the circles so that they stand out as well. I will glue this the acetate to the back of this panel. I did cut my acetate using that same die, and Cat also carries Slimline acetate in her store. I didn't happen to have any at the time of filming, so I didn't use it, but it is a great product because it is cut down to the right size. All you would need to do if you wanted to put it over the back is just do a little bit of trimming. These are the Fall Blessings sprinkles. I will apologize that I didn't share them in the beginning. They're a beautiful sprinkle collection. There are turkeys, leaves, pumpkins, amber colored sequins, brown sequins, red. It's just fabulous, and I thought that it would work perfect with this card. As you can see, I did put down my double-sided foam tape. That foam tape is 1/4-inch tape. I made sure that I put the tape in the corners where the paper is, so you can't see it through the windows. But I want to make sure that I left as little room for those little shaker bits to move around. Some people create shaker cards with two layers of the foam. I am just using one. I didn't want a whole lot of shake. If you want more shake and you want more movement with your sequins and little bits and sprinkles, then you could add a second layer of that foam tape, but that wasn't what I was looking for. I am going to remove the foam tape. Some people would take that pumpkin panel on the right and center it on the back of the card. I find it's easier for me to get placement by just putting another piece of acetate on the back. So I did cut a second piece using that same die. To reinforce the adhesive, I will add the art glitter glue to the back of those taped pieces just to make sure that I have a really strong connection. I'll put that acetate over the back, lining it up, and then I'll set it aside and let it dry. I did use my anti-static tool in the center of those circles to make sure that I didn't have any static cling, as well as you saw on the back of this particular acetate panel. Now we're going to start on that pumpkin paper. I have cut that pumpkin paper down to 3.5 by 8.5, and I'm using the edge of my scissors to distress the edges. I want to make sure that it matches. Obviously not the same shape, but I get the same vintagey distressed look on the edge of this piece, and there's some cohesiveness to my card. I'm going to use the orange ink to ink the edges of this piece as well. That card panel on the left, the polka dot, is also digital paper. It's all the same collection, and I cut that down to 4 by 9. My card base is going to be Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock. It was cut to 8 by 9, and I scored it at the 4-inch mark. I am going to glue this panel down to the polka dot one, and then I'm going to tie some twine around the distressed edge piece. Here I'm using my fingers to make sure that I get a little more distressing on the edges. I'm curling it up, and then I will take this panel and I will glue it down. I'm taking that same twine and creating a bow. I don't know why I took the time to tie my bow right here, because I'm going to have to untie it to put my sentiment tag on there, but you know, we don't think ahead when we're crafting. This is a rectangle from my stash. It's very tiny, and I thought that because it has that same distressed or deckled edge, that it would work perfect with the beautiful Slimline distressed edge dies. I'm stamping my sentiment using VersaFine Black Onyx ink, and then I glue those two pieces together. I take my Crocodile and punch a hole, and I'll retie my bow after threading that sentiment through. I do put some foam adhesive on the back of those tags just to make sure that they stay in place and they're not flopping around. Here's where I'm adding that glue to the back of my acetate. I will center it on my card base. You'll notice my paper underneath is upside down. Excuse me, that is on purpose. The reason I did that is I wanted those lovely maple leaves to show. I did color my images using Zig Clean Color Real Brush markers. I stamped it out onto Bristol Smooth cardstock, and I did take them over to my brother's Scan and cut them out. I'm going to add a little bit of accents to the hats using my white gel pen, and then I'll start what I call dry fitting and getting ready to glue my pieces down. If you haven't seen or subscribed to the Cat Scrappiness YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button, ring the bell so that you're notified whenever a video is released. Also, Cat has a Facebook page where she has challenges. You can win prizes. She really would love for you to head over there and join her Cat Scrappiness Insiders group and follow along. The links to all of her channels, store, and Instagram will be listed in the description box below, as well as mine, if you want to head over to my channel and see what else I create. I'm putting that glue bottle down to make sure that that pumpkin and leaf is adhered nicely, and then I will remove the backing to my double-sided foam tape. I'm gluing all of my pieces down, again using that art glitter glue, and then I will bring in my Nouveau Shimmer pen. If you use a Nouveau Shimmer pen or a Wink of Stella, anything like that on the watercolored, zig-colored papers, make sure that you're very careful and you don't do a ton of swiping, because it does reactivate the watercolor based ink from the zigs. Isn't this absolutely adorable? I just thought that these Thanksgiving gnomes were perfect. There are not a whole lot of Thanksgiving stamp sets out there, so this one is special. I would also think that this would make some wonderful place cards for your Thanksgiving table. I think that that would be really cute. Another use for them. I'm gluing my panel down to that card base. And then I will trim up my bow, making sure that those edges are glued down because it's, as you could see, it was sticking up. It wanted to go up in the air. So I just added a little bit of that art glitter glue to the underside of that twine. And then I sat the bottle on top, giving it a chance to dry. I will add the Nouveau Shimmer to the leaves, and that will complete my card today. I want to thank you so much for watching. I'm excited to be part of the Cat Scrappiness team. I hope that I see you back here again. And until next time, I'd like to wish you a fabulous day. Thanks so much for watching.